Hey guys, it's Hodgepodge here, and today we're going to do a review of the Safari Limited Wild Safari Nigersaurus. And Nigersaurus means Niger lizard, as that was where it was discovered in Niger, Africa. And it lived during the mid-Cretaceous period, but it's difficult to pinpoint when exactly. So I'm going to say roughly from 120 to about 105 million years ago. Now, this was a Rabachii-saurid sauropod, but despite being a sauropod, it was actually quite small considering a lot of its relatives. It was only 9 meters long, which is pretty big, but compared to its relatives, this is pretty tiny. And it's famous for this very distinct looking head, where the front of the jaw is very wide. And this figure is actually retired. It was first manufactured in 2008 and it was retired in 2018 this year. So yeah, let's take a look at this figure. Yeah, as I said before, you can see the really distinct head on Nigersaurus, I should say. I always pronounce that wrong. See, there's a black pupil there, and the teeth, I'm not sure if you can quite see it coming up on the camera, but there are individually sculpted lines on here, and the inside has been sculpted as well. It's just a pink tongue. Could have been a bit more detailed, but honestly I don't mind that much. And they've posed it with the neck going down towards the ground, which is accurate, as it was thought to have been a low browser using this mouth basically as a vacuum, because it kind of is shaped like a vacuum cleaner to just hoover up all sorts of different vegetation. Let's have a look at the neck, because this figure does kind of have a bit of an emaciated look to it. As you can see, the ribs here on the side, and on here you can see where a lot of the bones are protruding through the muscles and the skin. Some people might not like that. I personally don't mind. I think it kind of adds more character to the piece. The colours I think are really interesting. They're very natural dark greens, transition to these more muddy yellows, and then a very light creamy yellow underneath. And it gets even darker yellow on the bottom, interestingly. That might just be mine, but I'm not sure. And then the bottom of the legs turn into this very swampy brownish green. Very nice colours. And then along the back you've got these brown spines, which haven't been individually sculpted, but I think if they were, they would be very spindly. So I think they've probably made a good decision making them like this. You know, the tail flips around, very soft plastic. I think it's a nice touch. Now, while I do like the colours, I don't think they've been applied that well. This might just be mine, but it's kind of got a it's kind of got a cookie cutter kind of look to it, where it very roughly transitions here. It's a bit jarring going from this colour to this colour very suddenly. On the legs it's kind of bled onto there as well, which is kind of unfortunate. But there is very good detail on this figure. You can see the wrinkles here behind the back leg as it transitions into the tail. And the proportions are alright. The head does look quite big, but that is how it's meant to look. And now let's get on to the feet, because unfortunately the feet are a bit inaccurate, because these are diplodicoid sauropods, so the front toes should only have this one toe here. You can kind of see that this one, if my camera focuses, this one's jutting out a bit more, so that's correct, but these other 4 toes on the front feet should not be there. They would basically be like a hoof made out of toes. Same goes for this foot. The back feet aren't as bad, because they would have had 3 big claws nearest the centre, and then the last 2 would have been tiny, and it's kind of quite hard to see. My camera would focus. They've kind of got the right thing going with the back feet. Yeah, that is something to note, which is kind of unfortunate. But overall, I think this is kind of an underrated figure. And since it's been retired, I think you should probably pick this up if you like the look of it, as they might not be around for much longer. Now let's do some measurements. This figure is about 21 centimeters long, and in terms of height, highest point, sorry, being here on the hips, looking at about just under 9 centimeters. I got mine from everythingdinosaur.com, and if you want to pick this up, that's where I'd recommend going. Their service is fantastic. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.